Hello and welcome back. If you follow my channel, you know I'm not very fond of modern reissues, especially digitally sourced one. But we must render unto Caesar what Caesar's, and there's some items that I do like that still sell at retail price. And even though some of them are digitally sourced, I must admit that I play them regularly and I really love them. So let's get into it and see if you like my selection. Okay, first one, Sinatra, songs from Swinging Lovers. Sorry. This was released in the 1950s. It's a mono copy. It is incredibly difficult to find in decent condition, and you will pay in the hundreds for a very good plus copy. But Universal released a few years ago this one from the master tapes. I don't know if it is fully analog or if it is DSD sourced, but all the same, it sounds very good and contains some of my Frank Sinatra's favorites, like You Make Me Feel So Young, It Happened in Monterey, Pennies from Heaven, I've Got You Under My Skin, Making Whoopee, Anything Goes, all absolute classics, right? My favorite Frank Sinatra album. This one still sells at retail price. It's mono, and you would be, if you like the man and his voice, you would be very, very pleased. This one flies under the radar. It's Aretha Franklin's monos, the singles, right? They were issued on 45. Now here is 33. They were done by Kevin Gray, fantastically mastered, and you listen to the real thing, right? To the mono items. As I said, nobody paid much attention to this collection. Still says retail price, and you've got Aretha's starting hits and some of the classics that are absolutely a must in your collection. I Never Love a Man the Way I Love You, Do Right Woman, Respect, Chain of Fools, A Natural Woman, I Say a Little Prayer, and so on. And this is how they are meant to be listened to in real mono. As you know, I'm a Genesis fan. Most of my Genesis, 99% of my Genesis copies are absolutely analog sourced, right? And I never liked the Nick Davis's remixes, right? The digital remixes, except for one of them, right? And that's Trespass. I've got several copies, right, that I've piled up over the years. This is the Holy Grail, the Pink Scroll. It sounds muffled, it sounds distant, you can't tell the instruments in the recording, and even though it was done at Trident Studio, I can't believe how bad these sounds. I even prefer the original CD to this copy. But what I do like is the Nick Davis's remix in this case. I bought this one in 2018, but it's not a limited edition, so there's plenty of copies around, and you can get a copy for cheap. Uh, it's a tad digital sounding, but just very lightly. But it's very well balanced. You can hear all the instruments. Voices are perfectly centered. There's a great sound stage, and you do enjoy the recording, right? It also showcases the different musicians and the different instruments, and at least you get to hear something, right, which you don't on the original pressing. This is a carbon copy of the original to the minutest detail. The only thing they got wrong was the label, which is pink, but a very light pink color, right? Whereas in the Pink Scroll, the original is darker, right? And it's more like purple, right? I show you because I got the copy here, and you can compare. This is the Pink Scroll, and it's a different label, right? You can see here that is darker, right? But anyway, no big deal. As I said, the Nick Davis remix is it's inexpensive. It is not a limited edition, so you can pick a copy whenever you like. Now this one, Fleetwood Mac's Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac, the first album. It's music on vinyl. It's a company I don't completely rely upon, right? Because it's hit and miss. But when they do put out a good sounding album, you must get it. And this is the case, right, with Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac. It's really, really hard to find an original, and it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. But this one, I think I haven't checked, but it's still retail price. It's a carbon copy of the original. It's mono and sounds absolutely fantastic. Then, Van Morrison's band before he went solo. I love this album. The original is very hard to find, and a decent copy would set you back a few hundreds. But Sony Legacy released a few years ago this copy. It's mono. I don't know if it's digitally sourced or not, but it sounds fantastic. It is very powerful, great mono sounding, and instruments are centered. And I think it still sells at retail price. And do yourself a favor and listen to Van Morrison before he went solo. Disraeli Gear is probably my favorite Cream's album. Difficult to find a mono copy in good condition, and if you do, you're gonna splurge for it. But a company called Lilith, which is a very dark company. Some people say it's Russian, other people say it's European. I don't really know. I was very reluctant to buy these, but a friend pushed me into it, and I finally made up my mind and got a copy. And I'm glad I did, because this sounds tremendous. Sounds fantastic. They're affordable. Many copies on Discogs, and you get to listen to the album as it really sounded, mono sound. Disraeli Gears. Genesis Seconds Out. I don't know if it still sells at retail price. It might not, but I would still go the extra mile and get a copy. The original sounds so distant, so muffled. It's a fantastic recording. It's a fantastic concert. Absolutely love it. I play this item like 3 or 4 times in a row, honest, in a couple of days, and it sounds very good. I don't really rely on Abbey Road reissues. Some are, they're hit and miss. But this one, I mean, they really hit the nail on the target. The instruments are very clear. The drums here are to die for. You can hear the bass. It's very dynamic. It might be a bit compressed, but for the best, because it sounds really, really good. If you're a Genesis fan, if you're a fan of this album, don't hesitate. Grab a copy. Van Morrison, Moondance. This one, I came across this one by mere chance. It flies under the radar because it's a Steve Hoffman, Kevin Gray reissue, but you hardly find any information about it. I was in a big store one day in the afternoon, quite bored, and I was wading through the racks, and I found this copy. It was only 15 euros, and it's a gatefold. And my other copy, it's a single sleeve, although it sounds great. It's a German copy. It's an Alsdorf that sounds great. So I picked this item and checked the matrices, and I saw the SH and the KPG, which meant Hoffman and Gray. So in a blink, I bought a copy, and I'm glad I did. It sounds different from the original in certain aspects, but it's very smooth sounding, fantastic bass, great sound stage, and it's a wonderful copy for peanuts. I love Neil Young reissues, right? The classic reissues. I think most of them still sell retail price. They sound incredibly good, right? I've got like 4 or 5 copies of Time Fades Away, and this one really holds up. Good thing about it, you get the lyrics, you get the poster, you get excellent sound, and for a decent amount of money. So if you're a Neil Young fan and you like songs like Journey into the Past or Don't Be Denied, and you haven't got a decent copy of Time Fades Away, do get one. Last but not least, this one was really a shock. It's the new 33 Universal Music release from a few months ago. I can't believe how good this sounds. I'm very, as you know, I'm very reluctant to give much credit to DSD sourced items, but this Royal Scan sounds phenomenal. I've got like 6 or 7 copies, and I can't believe that a digitally sourced album can sound this good. It absolutely traverses my English copy. It traverses my Canadian copy. It's nearly up there with the US. I don't know about the UHQR, but this item sounds very fast, maybe with a bit of compression, I suppose. But it sounds really fast paced, very dynamic. It's got huge soundstage. The drums are all over the place. Larry Carlton's solos sound the best I've heard, and it's still a retail price. Do get a copy. Mind you, there are quality control issues, so you might have to go through 1 or 2 returns. But once you get the main copy, you'll really enjoy. On top of that, it is my favorite Steely Dan album, so I couldn't be any happier. Right, and that's all for today. I hope you like my selection. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Take care.